Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good afternoon. Good morning. We are now again one more day to cultivate and expand our spiritual virtues. So let's start by taking our pulse to take our consciousness into our hearts. We are now on the 18th day, and the spiritual virtues for today are great. We have received a lot of messages that something special has been felt by the people that have been participating in this work, in this path. And I think that this is due to our discipline. When we are able to maintain a healthy habit and cultivate it daily, we begin to feel that truly something is making a difference. Today we have a very special spiritual virtue, joy, the joy. So, through the pulse of our hearts, let's connect with the frequency, the spiritual frequency, the vibration of joy. For some moments, let's be aware of how joy has expressed, how this vibration has expressed in ourselves, and how much we value this virtue, not only in ourselves, but in everything that surrounds us. Remember its frequency, its vibration, and how it expresses all through nature. Observe for a few moments how joy expresses through the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. When you feel that animals are happy, that when you feel that plants are happy. So, how does it express in us, human beings? How do we feel when we perceive joy in the people that are around us, the people that we care most for? Even divine joy, the joy of the universal heart. Let's be aware of how powerful it is. And as we do this, let's just establish a purpose of cultivating and enhancing our joy and repair it, recover it. So let's start by our deep reflection on this very powerful spiritual virtue. Joy connects us to the essence of life itself. When we feel joy, we can connect with the deepest part of life. And that's why, through the pulse of our hearts, try to navigate to the origin of joy, and you will realize how it is connected with life itself. Feel this frequency as if it were a scent. Just breathe as you could absorb the scent of joy, as if it were a flower. Inhale deeply as you uh, enjoy this vibrant frequency. Inhale joy. Inhale this vibration that connects us to vital energy, to life. It is the expression of vital energy. It is a vibrant energy. It's a luminous energy that comes from the deepest part of our own being. And it also reminds us that in the most defying moments, there is always something we can be grateful for, something we can celebrate, something we can enjoy. The thing is, do we allow ourselves to give ourselves permission to enjoy? That even in the most challenging situation, we can still be grateful, we can still celebrate, we can still enjoy. The system has taught us that it's not good to enjoy, it's not good to celebrate. And sometimes we spend our lives waiting for the specific perfect moment to be joyful. Nonetheless, if we pay attention, we realize that when we vibrate in joy, we are giving the best present to the whole world that we can. And this is very important because it depends on our observer. It depends on our own choice. Today, we're here to make this decision, to really enjoy, to emit the unique scent that comes from our own vibration of joy. Joy does not depend on external circumstances as we have been taught to believe. Joy is much more powerful as to depend on external circumstances. It depends on our internal ability to find purpose and beauty in everything that surrounds us every day. So put your attention on something that you consider beautiful, something in you that you find beautiful. Your hands, your hair, something, an emotion, a feeling, a project. And feel how, when you are able to put your gaze on that beauty, joy just flourishes. Now observe something beautiful around you, the air that you're breathing. Observe something beautiful and just enrich yourself when you allow yourself to find beauty in anything that surrounds you. Joy is not only a flirting feeling, it is an attitude towards life with which we decide to live. The system has taught us at a cultural level it promotes sadness, and sometimes it is a burden for in our lineages for many generations. We have not allowed us to enjoy because it's not something that we can allow ourselves. So we are liberating that today to open a new path, create this attitude towards life, and it's a choice. The conscious choice to embrace light in the middle of darkness. It doesn't mean that darkness has to stop being. It's just embracing light. And to live with an open heart, a receptive heart for joy. It can be explored in many ways. One of them is how we experience it from our inside. The genuine joy does not depend on external factors as possessions or success or auspicious circumstances, but it's an internal quality that is nourishes from our being in the present, from being completely present. The more present you are, the more joy that you can generate. Lack of joy is also always a disconnection from life. And disconnection from life is also a disconnection from presence, from being present. So if there is lack of joy in your life, you could observe through the pulse of your heart, where is my consciousness and my energy trapped? It is in the past of what happened, or is it in the future, in the fears of what might come to pass? We know that the only truth can be lived from the present moment. The only life, real life, is lived in the present. Ask yourself, do I depend on external circumstances to feel joy? Or can I find it within me? do I allow myself to enjoy the simple moments of life? Practice internal joy means that I should take a time to celebrate the blessings that are already in my life. It is an invitation to focus on the positive, not as a negation of the challenges that we have, the problems that we have. No, it is as a reminder that there is always something for which we can feel gratitude. Joy lives within us and it's only waiting to flourish, to emit its scent. We choose to see beauty and to emit our own beauty from the vibration of joy. When we cultivate joy from our inner heart, because it's an attitude that we choose and we cultivate, we become more resilient, capable of facing any challenge, but with a positive and hopeful attitude. It is a great difference. Feel and think for a moment. Have a challenge before you and just embrace it from joy. It is a great quantum leap. Be aware to the pulse of your heart of any challenge in the present or in the past. Observe how you faced it, how you related to that challenge, and begin to choose in a no, in a conscious way to change that, to embrace it from the spiritual virtue of joy, knowing that the challenge is there, but that your attitude will be to embrace it, knowing that it's always something that you can be grateful for, that you can always gaze at beauty even in the face of that challenge. Joy is very potent in our relationships. I don't know if you have been aware of that joy becomes bigger when we share it. It's something contagious, just as sadness. Joy is contagious. And there are some times when people are so used to being worried, to being in pain and suffering, they can feel joy as a great threat. Have you ever experienced that? It's as if joy is something not uh, enjoyable because people are immersed in victimization and suffering. And so joy comes in to remind them that there are always things that we can be grateful for and that we can admire. So joy is a great teacher because it takes us out of those black holes. And we are not allowed to be disconnected from life. On the other hand, it enhances the flow of life. In our relationships, joy comes up when we have genuine relationships, when we celebrate others as successes, and we find love in friendship. Do you share your joy with everybody? Or are you afraid of sharing it and you keep it for yourself? Do you celebrate the happy moments and success of the people that you love? What does it mean for you to share joy? Does it mean exposing yourself? Have you learned to maintain an indifferent attitude of coldness just to feel accepted by others? Many times this happens in our childhood. The natural expression of joy as a child. Could you connect to it today? And remember how you lived joy when you were a child? Can you even remember how your joy could just make adults uncomfortable? Maybe at those moments you chose to lose that part of yourself, to let it behind, but you can recover it now from with your intention of having joy as your own right, and it depends on you. That interior child that emanates that natural joy is still there within you. Practicing joy in relationships means being present for others. Sometimes we're physically present, but not at a soul level. It is impossible to share joy if we are not completely present with others. It makes us participate in that connectivity with the people that we love, and we can celebrate. It also implies liberating ourselves from judgment, from envy, that these are the great killers of joy in relationships. That's why we choose today to share our joy with freedom and to embellish that the joy of others. When you share joy, it multiplies itself. It multiplies our relationships. It opens our hearts to others, and we create a space so that everyone can enjoy uh, gratitude and be more joyful. So, joy is an expression of our connection to the divine. It's the deep, deep joy of knowing that we are part of something bigger, that we are sustained by the universal love, that we can experience beauty of creation as such. Spiritual joy does not depend on any material circumstance, any success. It is a celebration for life itself. Life itself is the great accomplishment. Are we able to recognize divine in the moments of joy? How can we allow our spiritual practice to nourish our ability to experience and share joy? Because sometimes we get confused spiritual path from rigidity, from seriousness. Joy is an expression of divinity. It is a gift, a divine gift. We connect at this moment with the joy in the universe and we share it with others. The moments, the most simple moments, are filled with purpose and beauty. How many times we have acknowledged that we did not enjoy moments at a certain moment. That means that we have not been totally present. Joy is much more than a moment. It is a transformational attitude that helps us to feel life. It allows us to find beauty in everyday. It enhances our relationships because we always want to be with happy people, don't we? So it's much easier to be with happy people. We enjoy more. And it is like a medicine. We want more of joy. So just it enhances our relationships. Many times we do not realize that Being always in a state of pessimism, depressive state, how it affects our relationships. It doesn't matter how much they love us, it's not easy to be with a depressed or in a negative state. And sometimes this is a matter of a choice. Yes, there is pain, there are situations that make us sad, but that should not prevent us from being and experiencing beauty and joy. It will nourish our internal joy. So joy has the power to enhance our relationships, our bonds in unimaginable ways and to connect us with the divine. So, what prevents you at this moment from experiencing more joy in your life? Take your pulse, maintain your pulse. What prevents you from experiencing more joy in your everyday life? Pay attention to that. That has so much power over you that blocks joy. Do you really want to give it that power? Give the power to that situation, that person, that behavior. Are you willing to give your soul, your anima, your joy? Or do you choose to recover it and be in charge of the situation? How can we cultivate joy as an internal practice? Every day, choose something that makes you feel beauty, something that you are grateful for. How can we how can we be joyful and share joy with others so that we have a more vibrant world, a more luminous world? Joy does not need great events or perfect conditions to manifest. It is there, available in every breath. Do you know how much a breath is appreciated by someone who cannot breathe properly? The joy that there is in a simple inhale, in drinking a glass of water, that is our starting point to cultivate our joy. Finding joy in those small moments of our everyday life depends on our presence, on our choice, on our observer. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for all the blessings you have in your life. Do you depend on success or external circumstances to feel joy? How can you focus on the positive, on what's valuable, even in challenging moments? How do you react in the face of someone else's joy and success? Do you feel joy for them? Do you feel happy for them? There is a practice that Sandra practices for many years. Each time that she feels that someone is trying to reach a goal, Sandra sees them already achieving that joy. And when people attain that success, she celebrates their successes. When you see someone that is trying to be good at a certain sport, just encouraging them. That joy of feeling each step of that effort to be better gives you joy. It is a great healing for envy, for judgment, to celebrate the effort that everybody else does, the success of anybody else. And of course, celebrate our own successes. Are you allowing toxic relationships or conflicts to diminish your joy? Up to when? When will you let this thing happen? When will you decide these conflicts and toxic relationships not to have an effect on your joy? If you go deep in this sacred frequency of joy, you find the divine. That's why anytime we do a spiritual practice, we connect with joy. The joy, the happiness are deeply connected to the spiritual path. May joy be the way of honoring life. Observe what areas in your life need more joy and embrace those areas of your life, those parts of yourself. Joy connects us to the best in us. Remember moments when you have been very joyful, very happy. You will realize that you feel completely you, don't you? You are completely you when you are happy. And at the same time, as it connects with the best in us, it also allows us to illuminate others' path. Allow your heart to vibrate in the spiritual virtue of joy. Feel that your heart begins to emit this powerful vibration, creating a great sphere around you of joy, of happiness. You are here to give yourself permission and for your love to be stronger than your pain, that your love is stronger than your resentment, that your love be stronger than any circumstance. You're here to give yourself joy. While you create this sphere of vibration, of joy, with this very warm light, radiant like the sun, of all the shades of light, to the most exquisite rays of light. Allow that light to dissolve all the heaviness, the sadness, the worry. Choose to connect with your luminous essence, your happy essence. Allow this light, this shades of light, this luminous sphere of joy, of multicolored shades that covers all your body from your head to your toes. Watch how it wakes up your cells, make them vibrate, carrying this lightness, this vitality. And now remember through the pulse of your heart when you felt extremely happy, extremely joyful. Allow that image to expand your vibration. That moment is exclusively yours. Nobody can touch it. It is eternal. It is infinite. Allow it to expand boundless. This frequency. And it will generate a great field, a radiant field that begins to touch everything that surrounds you. Your home, the people that you love, the places that you go frequently to. Begin to share this vibration with everything, with everybody, wrapping them in joy, in gratitude, in hope. We share having our internal joy, and our joy illuminates all that surrounds us. And as this vibration expands towards the world, towards the universe, connecting you with the joy of the divine, amplify it more, feeling how it is a great gift as life is constructed through this vibration of joy. We choose joy. And through the pulse of your heart, connect with a master, a spiritual master that will come to you to talk to you about joy, to advise you, to give you a message and a symbol that represents joy as a spiritual virtue. Feel the connection with this master and the frequency of light he or she brings to share with you. Receive the message, the symbol, the gift, and take it to your heart. Today, this master that is before us as a group to talk about joy as a spiritual virtue is Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda is a living example of how joy can be a spiritual virtue that helps to transform. Let's connect to his heart. Through his life, he taught that true joy did not depend on external circumstances, but it comes from your soul. For him, joy is the reflection of an internal state of being that transcends circumstances and is a constant source of joy. It is not a superficial feeling, but a state of deep consciousness that comes from self-knowledge and the connection with God. In his teachings, he always remembered everyone that all human beings have the capacity to feel this joy. Anytime that you focus in your inner side through meditation, in challenging moments, he showed that joy is a source of strength, even while having terrible personal and cultural challenges. When he spread his word in the West, he always showed joy and showed how your joy does not depend on external circumstances. His joy was not only for himself, he shared it with all around him. His capacity to radiate joy and lightness, even while teaching very deep and transforming issues, he always inspired everybody to feel life as a divine gift. He felt that spirituality does not have to be serious. It can be filled with laughter and gratitude and joy. One of his most famous phrases around joy was that joy is the sign of the presence of God in your life. So this phrase holds the fact that joy is it shows that you have an internal connection in your life with the divine. So he invites us to reflect on how we cultivate joy in our life, how if we are looking for it outside or we put our efforts on discovering it inside of us. He reminds us that it is a right, an inherent right of every soul, and that when we connect with our divine essence, we can live with a joy that is not affected by the ups and downs of life. According to him, joy is the reflection of our own and most deepest essence, and it's the evidence that we are in harmony with the eternal. The message of Paramahanda Yogananda vibrates with joy of all the sentient beings. It vibrates with the joy of all sentient beings. We take a deep breath and we open our eyes slowly, being grateful to Paramahanda Yogananda. And we dedicate the merits of our internal work today to all sentient beings so that they can vibrate in the frequency of joy. Very well. Thank you so much to all of you. And tomorrow we will be here again to close the year with the spiritual virtue. So take your time to be present and vibrate from joy in this last lap of the year, to feel that frequency around you and connect with it for gratitude, for beauty. And tomorrow we will go for more. So a big hug to everyone. See you tomorrow. She's saying happy. She's saying she's grateful for every English speaker. And when you say happy, you have to smile. You cannot not smile when you say happy. So a big hug to everyone. Okay, bye bye.